Pepe is the frog. Man, don't be a cartoon character named Pepe. You get like a bad rap.
I don't even know why they took that part out of Space Jam.
It worked.
Yeah, it wasn't like horrible. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't like a Max Caster rap on AEW. I don't know if you heard about that one.
no.
Okay, so this guy comes out on like it's the YouTube exclusive show that AEW has called Dark. It's just mainly all their dark matches they put on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And guy comes out rapping out to and then he's like, "Oh, you're quitting like Simone Biles," and then he made like a Duke Lacrosse rape joke.
Ooh.
And then he like rhymed something with their female manager's vagina.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, this guy went full Eminem. The guy went full Slim Shady.
Speaking of, I'm gonna give a slight review on Space Jam.
Oh, Space Jam: Lost Legacy. Okay, gotcha. So you've seen it already, theaters or theaters, or did you just stream it on HBO Max?
I wasn't going to theaters to see that.
Okay.
I wasn't that intrigued, which is great. I just want to point out that having these streaming services release these movies out on both things is great.
Oh, unless you're Scarlett Johansson.
I mean, I get where she's coming from. Like,
She's like, bitch, you owe me money. You chipped me out of money. I was supposed to get a certain box office cut from that. Like, what the fuck?
And now she's not, because Disney's like, oh, we're the mouse. We're the house of mouse. But we like to fuck everybody.
And when they eventually do revive Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline, now she's probably going to be played by Emma Stone.
Probably.
And they can just write that out as, it's a time variant.
Exactly. Spoilers.
Yeah, I finally commandeered another Disney Plus password, so I'm finishing up Loki now as we speak.
Pretty good, right?
Finishing it up. I'm almost there. I got to the point where they're in the pretty much the end of the world type thing. They reunited with Mobius, and they're getting ready to go back to the TVA.
Oh yeah.
Where everybody got like vaporized when they were fighting the fake timekeepers. They're fucking robots. I mean, if you wanted to do a Space Jam type of review, and we could just put it on the Twitch channels right now. I mean, I can leave the floor as yours. I haven't actually seen the movie just yet.
I'm trying to think out how to do it without doing any spoilers.
Spoiler: Pepe Le Pew is not in it.
Yeah, that's a definite. There's no Pepe Le Pew.
Lola Bunny has been less objectified.
Yes, but they do make fun of that, which is hilarious.
Nice.
There are a lot of Warner Brothers characters spread throughout the entire movie.
Yes.
And it is amazing.
And not just Looney Tunes.
Yes. And if you notice all of them, you are a god. Because I sat there and I didn't pay attention to any part of the last part of the movie because I was just looking for snippets of other characters everywhere. There's a Rick and Morty parody.
Yes, I did see that.
That was funny. Here's my review. LeBron James, even though he sucks as a basketball player, and let me be clear, I used to think he was cool, but then he turned.
To be fair,
he turned into suck mode. Because people keep comparing him to Jordan, and he's not Jordan. Let's get that straight out here now. There's nobody that's ever going to be as good as Jordan, especially with the NBA how it is now.
Exactly.
But in regards to his acting ability, not that bad. He's better than Jordan in that retrospective.
But I'm a baseball player now. I'm getting something for Mr. Tang to put in his square until he gets in here, so it's not just an empty square.
It's an empty square. So there's this. Basically, the synopsis is Don Cheadle is trying to take over the internet verse, which Don Cheadle's great as a villain.
I think that is a fantastic casting choice, by the way.
Exactly.
When I saw that, I was like, it actually kind of sparked my interest in the movie because I was like, oh, another Space Jam? Who the fuck asked for that? And I'm just like, oh man,
nobody asked for it, but we needed it.
But then when I see the disembodied head of Don Cheadle, I'm like, you have my curiosity. You have my
yeah, like there's a little bit of tropes, like dad doesn't understand the kid. He wants him to do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. There's some revelations, blah, blah, blah. But the best part about the movie is when LeBron finally shows up in Looney Tunes World. And then they have to go get it, and then they have to go get all the Looney Tunes, the other characters, because they're not there for whatever reason. I don't want to spoil it. Perfect.
I got you.
Just what we needed this morning. Barbacoa.
Barbacoa.
The parodies that they do with the Looney Tunes and other Warner Brothers properties is the best fucking thing ever. Just have a whole movie about that. I would watch that. That's all I want to see is just that.
I just want to see just the Looney Tunes be relevant again, you know?
They kind of try to make that point. A little bit. And I'm still mad that they didn't keep the Looney Tunes show that came out, I don't know, probably like 8 years ago now, with them in like adult situations. That show is so good.
Well, it's kind of like the revival of the Muppets that they tried to do, and ABC was trying to like...
That was so funny.
And I was like, how the hell do you screw up the Muppets? And it was good. Why the fuck do you cancel it? How do you cancel the Muppets?
Yeah, it was so funny.
Like,
I don't know how many times I've mentioned about the Swedish Chef doing Gangster's Paradise. Like that's the funniest. That's the one of the funniest situations you can put him in.
Yeah,
and he nails the song.
And it kind of like goes back to an old parody I used to watch of like the Muppets, where they did like the Muppets and the Notorious B.I.G. And it's literally like the Swedish Chef, and they go over to him and he goes, "Give me the loot, give me the loot."
Speaking of that, they did a Notorious B.I.G. reference in Space Jam. It's funny too.
I mean, it's just like referencing everything. I mean, did Biggie
have
like
do a whole movie of just making fun of other shit? I mean, that's what our culture is turned into, and it's fine.
Yeah.
When we do those types of things.
Yeah, I mean, look how that's how South Park stays relevant, even in today's society.
Yeah, and you can't even get mad at it because there's only so many ideas that you can come up with.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's my review. It's worth it. Go watch it. We don't need a sequel, but there you go.
Yeah, I thought this was the sequel. Do you want to make a Space Jam trilogy now?
I mean,
Space Jam.
You know,
The Return of the King.
You know, some fucking suit's gonna do that. So
maybe it's where LeBron and Jordan go head to head in animated form. And they're voiced by each other, and then all of a sudden
they make a joke about that too, and it's fucking great. Like the writing was kind of on point for most of the jokes.
Now, here's my question, and this is the big thing that I always like have an issue with modern Looney Tunes and everything like that. How are the voices? Because nobody can obviously hold a stick to Mel Blanc, but did they at least sound somewhat on par?
Yeah, there's a couple times where I didn't think Bugs sounded perfect, but everybody else was fine. Daffy was great. And there wasn't a lot of the characters didn't have a lot of time to like talk. But
Yeah, see, my issue with like modern renditions of Bugs Bunny is that he sounds too nasally, so to speak. Like people are trying to like really like get that. What's up, Doc?
kind of like how I sound now.
Yeah, sort of like that. You got a little bit of the sniffles today?
No, I'm just not awake yet. Still.
Oh, good grief.
Good grief.
One of the gifts that we play for the baseball team that I work for on the video board, one of the gifts we play during big like techno music and upbeat like dance jams is the Peanuts dance, where the one guy's like going the head shift from side to side. And then we also play Shalom Alone. That's an inside joke with all of us at Sleepy Bear.
Yeah.
And that was not suggested by me. That just popped up on the video board. I was like, no shit. Oh my god, I wish they were here. And I wish I could record their reaction. Did you enjoy the video I sent on the big board where we're just like we were playing Tom Hiddleston and Norman Rockwell on the video board, just doing like a dance montage, and everyone was like, "What music should we?"
Hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, "What music?" And everyone was like, "What music should we play?" I was like, "Go with Mortal Kombat themes." I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even like knowing what video they were using. All of a sudden, I was going, "I'm like, this surprisingly fits. It's so well done."
Surprisingly fits.
Ever since you guys screenshotted that, and with my with my photo, my Discord profile picture still, where it's like, okay, we got this 28 or 30-year-old man looking like he's like 12, and let's just have him go, it surprisingly fits, and put it up there. God damn it! Now I can't stop saying it. Either barbacoa or surprisingly fits.
And
I like it how I mix the two together.
And that's one of my backgrounds on Facebook. Here's my cover photo. It surprisingly fits. Because I'm an asshole. But yeah, Space Jam, go watch it. Watch it on HBO Max. I wouldn't pay money to go see it in theaters. Even though it'd probably look pretty cool.
It would probably be a cool little thing. I don't know if they have like a 3D version of it available too. If you want to like catch like a 3D.
I don't think 3D is doing anything right now. I think they're just gonna keep it.
Maybe, but then Avatar 2 is going to come out. Remember, that was the pioneer when it came to the modern like 3D renaissance, so to speak.
Yeah. Fucking stupid Avatar.
Which apparently that movie is on the horizon, as I hear. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows?
It's been on the horizon for like since the first one came out.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah, my name's James Cameron. I think I'm way better than I am. I'm just gonna make